Mike.
Secretary LaHood, listening to Ben's answer and listening to you earlier, but especially listening to Congressman Simpson from Idaho, and I would venture to bet that there are more people who use Amtrack on a daily basis from Boston to Washington than there are residents in Idaho. My question to you is, how much of this reluctance to improve Amtrack, to do the sensible thing for the national economy as well as for Amtrack itself, has to do with just regional political indifference to the needs that occur on both coasts of this country and in the middle of this country with rail transportation of people?
Look at Mike, I think you've hit it on the head here. If this were a tornado or a hurricane or a flood in the Midwest or out west, what would happen? Congress would step up, they'd appropriate the money, they'd send all of their resources in. Well, we've sent a lot of resources in terms of NTSB, but the idea that Amtrak doesn't need more money to help with positive train control, to implement that, the idea that Amtrak doesn't need more resources to fix up the catenary, the idea that Amtrak doesn't need resources to take care of crumbling infrastructure is nonsense. If this were happening in other parts of the country where members of Congress were affected, you'd see a vote yesterday in that committee and on the House floor to take care of Americans.
All right.